What is up, guys? It is Mercules here, and this is going to be my first ever War Thunder commentary. War Thunder is a flight simulator game by a company called Gaijin. They are out of, I think, either Russia or the Ukraine. But either way, some of y'all might not know, even though you should know because I'm a pilot, but I am huge into flight simulator games. That is actually how I got my start in video games. A long time ago on Windows, I believe it was 95, there was a game called Dawn of Aces, and it was a flight simulator, and I had a joystick for it, and it was just everything I could ever hope a game would be. And I actually didn't start playing games other than flight simulators until, geez, I don't know, Ghost Recon 2 maybe? One of the Ghost Recon games that came out on the original Xbox is when I started playing other types of games, and since then I've obviously been involved in a lot of first-person shooters and stuff like that. But what this is, for those of you who don't know, it's a flight simulator, so pretty much you fly around an airplane. Right now I'm flying a plane called an A-20 Havoc. It is pretty much an American attack plane from World War II, and it's got rockets and machine guns and stuff. It's fast, but it's extremely not maneuverable, and it takes a lot of shots. So it's supposed to be a plane that you use to go and attack ground targets with, which in War Thunder is the main focus of the game. You win by eliminating all the other team's ground targets, and the other team has players that are playing as airplanes, and they pretty much try to stop you from doing that and shoot out as many people as you can. But the way I like to do it is because it's such a big, fast airplane and has so much armament and armor, I actually like to act like a fighter or a bomber interceptor, and I go and shoot down other airplanes. So this game, I actually get 7 kills and 0 deaths, and please keep in mind that I'm playing with a joystick, those of you who know about War Thunder. So I know it's not perfect and my aiming is sloppy, but I'm not a mouse aim user, and mouse aim makes this game extremely easy. I'm a joystick user through and through. I refuse to play with mouse aim, and so me going 7-0 is actually really impressive. It's, you know, close to the most kills. I've gotten 11 kills in a game once using joystick, but usually that doesn't happen. Joystick's extremely difficult to play this game with. But what I want to talk about is the fact that I am going to be getting Destiny tonight at the midnight release, and when I get Destiny at the midnight release, I'm going to be bringing it back, hard copy disc and everything, and I'm going to be uploading it, and I am actually probably not going to be putting it on YouTube right away. I'm going to try to get a couple of multiplayer games on YouTube, but the first thing I'm going to do when I get the game is I'm going to stream live on Twitch. So I just want to let you guys know that this is going to be up before I start going live on Twitch. For those of you who don't follow my Twitch channel, it is just twitch.com/Mercules904, or yeah, Mercules904. And I'm going to be streaming Destiny, and I'm going to be playing for quite some time. I'm going to try to play through all 20 story missions if possible, and stream all 20 of them. I don't know if I'll be able to do that all at once, but I'm hoping that I will. That actually might take an extremely long time, and I might, you know, pass out on the couch before that happens, but I will be streaming Destiny on Twitch the entire time, so I think it'll be a really cool experience. As soon as I get into PvP, or whenever I get caught and I can't level up fast enough, I'm going to go into PvP, I'll capture a game, I'll upload it to YouTube, probably without commentary as soon as I can. I have actually been watching some other people play Destiny today. I've been watching some people play, the Polygon guys actually play on their Twitch stream, but I'm going to be real, they suck. They're really bad at Destiny, and they're really bad at shooters in general, so it's not actually very fun watching them. They're extremely boring listening to them talk, and they're just bad at the game. It's kind of actually painful to watch. So I'm not bad at Destiny. I only got to play the beta for one day, which was very sad to me. But in that day that I got to play it, I did get to level 8. I was pretty decent. I was obviously good at PvE because PvE is ridiculously easy. And I was decent in I think I played 6 games of online multiplayer, so hopefully I will be good enough at this game to where it won't be absolutely painful to watch, but either way I'm going to be streaming it pretty much all night. Destiny, I'm going to be maining a Hunter, no doubt. I looked at everything, and I'll be honest with you, I think that Warlock is going to be... I think the Warlock is going to be the most powerful class in the game, and I say that because I think Voidwalker is an extremely dangerous combination. How you've got the Nova Bomb, and you've got a bunch of effects in Voidwalker that allow you to make the Nova Bomb even more powerful. So I'm thinking a Warlock using Voidwalker is actually going to be the most powerful combo in this game, but I'm going to be maining a Hunter just because I like a little bit more of that agility. I like the throwing knife melee, even though I don't ever use it because melee is one of my not trigger or bumper buttons, it's one of my thumb buttons, so I don't play with the claw, so I actually don't use melee that often because I don't want to have to move my finger off the stick to aim while I do it. But I like the throwing knife melee, and I really just... I just like the Gunslinger and the Blade Dancer subclasses. I'm not a huge fan of Sunsinger, the second subclass for the Warlock, so I'm probably going to main 2 Hunters, a Gunslinger one first, a Blade Dancer one second, and the Blade Dancer one is going to be completely tricked out. Everything's stealth, because that's just the way I like to play on that. And then the Warlock is going to be a Voidwalker, and Warlock might be like my power PvP thing. We'll just have to see. But, yeah, so I'm extremely excited for Destiny. I don't remember being this excited for a game in a long, long time. I was kind of this excited for Halo 4, but I was really pretty, I don't know, I would say I had some trepidation about Halo 4. Like, I was excited for it because it was a new Halo, but I'd seen the way the game was played, and I wasn't really too sure it was going to be a great game. But this, I have played the beta, and I was literally obsessed with the beta. Rob Lowe voice from Parks and Recreation. I was literally obsessed with the beta. It was one of my favorite games I ever played, and it was only a beta. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I really, really enjoyed playing it, and since then, my excitement has just been like doubling every single day to play this game. And my YouTube channel is going to have as much Destiny gameplay as I can put on it, but because it's actually much, much easier for me to stream, I'm probably going to be moving towards a little bit of like some Twitch gameplay, like as my main type of thing. And we'll see how that ends up working out. I don't know how it's going to work with the seamless matchmaking, if Twitch is going to, like, while I'm streaming, if it's going to, like, kill my internet connection or something like that. I don't think it should. I've done it before. I've Twitch streamed before just to test out to make sure it works. And it's actually pretty cool, and I like it. It didn't seem to harm my connection at all. So we'll see how that goes. But that's enough about Destiny for right now, simply because it's making me too excited to talk about it. And I still have several hours to wait, 5 hours and 32 minutes to be exact, and I don't want to have to do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about War Thunder, for those of you who don't know. Like I said, it's a flight simulator game. It is made by a company called Gaijin. They are out of either Ukraine or Russia, but pretty much the point of this game, at least for me, is just shoot down other planes. And being an actual pilot, this is an extremely fun game. It's like a power-type fantasy thing for me, where obviously you can't shoot down planes in real life, and I don't live during World War II, thank God, because I would actually have been shooting down planes in real life, and I would have stood a pretty good chance of dying. And I don't actually want to do that. But this game is extremely, extremely fun for me. Me and one of my friends who's also a pilot talk about we were born in the wrong generation. Like, right now, aviation is pretty much a thing that a very small number of people do. Not many people actually fly. And even military pilots, it's mostly just about missiles now. It's not exactly an exciting way to fly. You're in a high-powered jet, and that's incredible, but you never even see the plane that you shoot down. You get a target lock on it from 30 miles out and blast it out of the sky without ever seeing it. And to me, that's not what aerial combat's about. This game is what aerial combat's about. It's about planes wheeling and diving and turning and rolling and climbing all over the sky, trying to shoot each other down. It's about outmaneuvering people. It's about flying the best planes to the best of their ability. It's just an absolutely incredible, incredible game. And I warn you about getting into the Gaijin community if you do, because the Gaijin community is extremely, extremely passionate about this game. And they just rail Gaijin so hard, talking about how Gaijin's an awful company and they don't listen. And I do admit Gaijin has made some mistakes. They kind of screw with the way that planes fly against each other. They don't use a historical matchmaking system. They use a matchmaking system where planes that are supposedly of the same level of like ability, if they're all flown by the same pilot, the planes that would be the best fly against the other planes that would be the best. And in theory that works out really well, but the problem with it in this game is that it doesn't actually work out quite so well. The BR system, which is they call the battle rating system, actually is a little bit iffy. It's a little bit screwy. Sometimes planes that are really terrible fly against planes that are really good, and planes that are really good fly against planes that are really terrible. And it's because the BR system is automated, and so if people do better with a plane, it puts that plane against other people that are doing better with their airplanes. So like if somebody's dominating with a plane that's really bad, that plane now gets matched up against other planes that are actually really good that people are just doing average with. And so that can cause problems right here. And I know I'm struggling to shoot down this bomber, but let's be real, my fuselage is black, one of my wings is red. That means I've taken a lot of damage. I'm just getting absolutely shredded by this guy's 7.7 millimeter, and, or sorry, 30 millimeter, 7.7 caliber, I guess. And wait, no, it's not 30 millimeter, is it? I was right, it's 7.7 millimeter, isn't it? I think I was right on that. Either way, it's the smaller of the two machine guns. It's not 50 cal, it's a 30 cal. But I'm getting shredded by his machine guns. The A-20 cannot turn to absolutely save its life. I've got flaps down, throttle back, trying to do everything I can possibly do. And I am chasing this guy all over the map, and I know it takes me forever, but look how good that plane looks right there, and look at these piloting skills. I will spoiler alert for you, I do shoot this plane down because I'm the greatest. But I'm going to post some more gameplay of this game up in a little bit so you can see me flying planes that aren't just attackers pretty much. It's slow and immaneuverable. I also fly a lot of fighters. I prefer to stay down at the lower tiers because as a joystick player at the higher tiers with the more powerful planes, you can't really compete with mouse aimers who are extremely, extremely good, because mouse aim in this game pretty much makes it like a first-person shooter where your person is a third-person shooter where your person is a plane. And mouse aimers are extremely, extremely accurate at the high levels. And because of that, I tend to stay down at the lower levels where I can still compete with the mouse aimers, where you don't quite get sniped out of the sky just so fast as you do with the high-level cannon airplanes. So I tend to stay down tier 3 and below. I play tier 4 every once in a while. I haven't even gotten to tier 5 yet, which is all like Korean-era jets and stuff like that, like the F-86, the MiG-15, stuff like that. I haven't even gotten down there, so I don't worry about that yet, and I probably won't play it that much when I do. But, yeah, like I said, I was warning you about going into the community because the community is extremely passionate. But this game, no matter how much people hate on it, is actually a really, really good game. The gameplay is phenomenally fun as long as you take it for what it is. It's still a computer game. Like, people want these things to just be absolute picture perfect to how they were in real life, and that's never going to happen because, I mean, this is a computer game. Let's face it, you can't model everything exactly the same way you can in real life. Like, people complain about there being clouds in the computer game even though the clouds are randomly generated. And they complain about planes not flying according to their historical parameters, but the historical parameters change based off every single source you ever find. And I'm not, defending Gaijin. I'm not a Gaijin fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but I really do like the game, and the game is still enjoyable to me. Now, if they break it to the point where it's no longer enjoyable to me, then I'll have issues. But as of right now, the game is still just really, really enjoyable for me to play. So, I traded in Call of Duty Ghost. I got rid of that, absolutely. I do not want anything to do with that game at all. I am going to pre-order Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but it's more for me supporting Sledgehammer and getting the shader in Destiny than it is anything else. I probably will actually... See, I'm kind of torn between two things here, because I want Sledgehammer to succeed because I think they're a good company. I like what Sledgehammer's done, and I feel bad for them that they're kind of getting shafted with Destiny and the Master Chief Collection coming out at the same time. And I want Sledgehammer to be rewarded for the fact that they completely changed the Call of Duty formula. The movement formula is now totally different. Something that's never been changed in Call of Duty is now totally different. So I really appreciate that they're doing that. I think they did a lot better job than Infinity Ward making Ghost, because let's be real, Ghost was an atrocity of a game. It was extremely boring. It just was not a good game in any stretch of the imagination. And Treyarch always comes out with their own thing, so Treyarch's not going to worry about it. But I kind of want to reward Sledgehammer for trying something different, but at the same time, I'm not actually going to play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare at all. So that was it for this game, guys. Wasn't too long of a commentary. It was a little bit long of a commentary. Remember, I'm going to be streaming Destiny tonight. I'm going to put the link down to my Twitch stream in the description. It's going to be twitch.com/Mercules904. I will put Destiny gameplay on as soon as I start playing PvP games. I'm going to put Destiny gameplay up on my channel. And I hope you like this, guys. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more.